Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. The Honorable Mrs. Dede, Mr. Gatot, all the teachers and all the participants. Welcome to Jabar Speak Up Batch 2, 2 Million Voices. My name is Shakila Indiandi and I'm from SMA PGRI Cibinong, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, and I will be the moderator for today's video conference. Okay, before we start, I want to tell you our several agendas. There are a presentation from each schools, and then Q&A session. And this session will divide it into two sessions, which are the Q&A between participant and participant, and the Q&A between participant and the observer. And the last one is closing. So for today, we have 4 performances from 4 different schools. They are SMK PGRI Telagasari, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, and the last one is SMK PGRI Subang. Okay, so before we start the presentation, I will tell you our several rules that you must follow during this video conference. So please listen carefully because it'll affect a lot to this video conference. So first, make sure to log in with your school's names. Second, make sure you have a chairperson for introducing and a special first speaker from each groups. Third, as you are the speaker, please introduce yourself and your friend first, then say thank you in the end of the explanation. Fourth, make sure to mute or turn off the microphone when the other is speaking. Fifth, do not turn on the microphone without moderator permission. Sixth, only the presenter who can share the file. 7, presenter can use video or vlog maximum in 3 minutes. 8, moderator will manage who can ask question after making it in a chat room first. The last one, moderator may leave you out if you disobey these rules. Okay, so I think you guys probably ready to presentate. So without any further ado, let's start this event with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And the first performance will be from SMK PGRI Telagasari. SMK PGRI Telagasari, you guys there? SMK PGRI Telagasari. You guys there? Okay. I think it seems like SMK PGRI Telagasari has a little bit of problems. So I think SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, you guys there? Okay. SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, you guys ready to presentate?
Yes.
Okay. But before you started, I want to ask you a simple question. So what topics you guys bring to presentate to us today?
We're going to be about Korean.
Okay, good. So, okay. SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, the time is yours. You may start the presentation.
Masa sih random? Berarti ini di sini.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honored teachers and all other friends, good afternoon. First of all, we would like to thank the Almighty God, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, who has given guidance and blessings us. Secondly, may salat and salam always be delivered to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the spread on the earth to the day. Before we can get into to celebrate PGRI Jabar Speak Up Batch 2, we want to thank you for giving us a special meeting and today's presentation. I hope you are all always in good health. introduce ourselves. My name is Shakila and also an older partner. I'm Julia. We are from PGRI Cibinong Senior High School. And in this opportunity, we would like to present about the well-known culinary bongo group. It's called SMA. As we know, bongo is quite famous for its culinary. As we know, Bogor is quite famous for its culinary. The city is not famous for tourist destination, but also for culinary adventure in Bogor. If you like eating or you are a food lover, you must take some traditional food festivals in Bogor Village, such as Lapis Bogor, Asinan Bogor, and Satu Bogor. So, we realized that not everyone knows and has been wondering about what is history and how to make Asinan Bogor. How can this be? That's why we're here today to tell you what it is and all that you want to know about Asinan Bogor. So first, we will begin with what is Asinan Bogor or Bogor Pickles. There are two parts of Asinan Bogor, Asinan Buah and Asinan Sayur. Asinan Buah is a tropical fruit such as pineapple, rose apple, and mangoes. And Asinan Sayur is vegetables such as bean sprout, cabbage, and cucumber. And given a sauce made from fermentation process like vinegar sauce or chili peppers. Move on to history.
Next slide.
At that time, Chinese captain who lived in Bogor at YPLP decided to build a shelter called Berbicara to facilitate for resident Chinese who had just arrived in Bogor. And this building became the center of Chinese culture in Bogor. Asinan Bogor was sold for the first time in the 70s. Asinan Berbicara was also the initial of Asinan Bogor before it was widely known by the local community. Asinan Bogor is influenced by the Chinese nation. The name Asinan is also influenced by the manufacturing process of salting or pickling so that the food is preserved. And here we have some video of Asinan Bogor, so enjoy.
Tapi asinan tetapnya ada. Bogor sebenarnya asinan loh. Rasanya nggak kalah bersaing dengan asinan Betawi. Kalau kalian ke Bogor, wajib ya beli asinan Bogor yang ada di dekat.
Apa? Bukan. Apa lah? Berarti nanti sore sama malam nggak boleh minum. Tidak, tidak. Dede.
I'm sorry, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, you are muted. Can you repeat it?
Some ingredients that need in order to make asinan buah. The ingredients, for example, are
I'm sorry. Sorry, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, can you speak clearly? I cannot hear your voice clearly, actually.
Test. Can you hear my voice?
Okay, it's better.
Okay.
Yep, it's better.
The ingredients, for example, are pineapple, rose apple, peanut, avocado, bean sprout, cabbage, cucumber, semi-ripe papaya, chili, spring paste, vinegar, sugar, salt, and last but not least, water. Now, my friend Lisa will tell you how to make asinan buah. Now, I'm going to show you how to make. First, put out food and the other next they have been cut into a bowl. Second, take all the spices and mix them with water. Last, combine the spices with fruits in one bowl. You can also add roasted peanuts or cocoa to make it more. Asinan buah is ready.
I'm sorry, can you speak clearly?
Can you hear my voice?
Yep.
First, put on fruits and the others that have been cut into the bowl. Then, take all the spices in another bowl. Then, mix them with water. Last, combine the spices with fruits in one bowl.
I'm sorry, I still cannot hear your voice clearly.
Test. Do you hear my voice? I'm sorry.
Okay, try to speak.
Can you hear my voice? Now, I'm going to show you how to make it. First, put all fruits and the others that have been cut into the bowl. Second, take all the spices in another bowl and then mix them with water. Last, combine the spices with the fruits in one bowl. You can also add roasted peanuts and cocoa to make it more tasty. Asinan Bogor is very good. Okay, guys. Many people have been wondering how is their asinan taste. Asinan Bogor is delicious, especially if you enjoy it with pink kernels or coffee. The sour taste is so strong with the vinegar sauce. If you like spicy food, you can add more brown chili to it. The spicier, the better, especially when you eat it in hot weather. It's very refreshing. You will sweat a lot, but you will definitely love it. There are some recommended places to eat asinan in Bogor. Like we can see on this website, Taste Advice. According to food experts, for the best asinan, they are asinan from Asinan Sedap dari Dalam and Asinan Bogor Aham. And this is some review from customers about asinan Bogor. For example, from Rian Parisa, he said, taste? Well, this flavor rich beyond any picture. This goes especially for asinan Bogor. So guys, what are you waiting for? You can go to Bogor to eat the authentic taste of asinan, or maybe you can make it by yourself at home. Next thing you know, thank you for your time and attention. Thank you for your time and attention. Keep health and safety. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Shakila, your speaker. Shakila.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. Okay, now let's move on to our second performance from SMK PGRI Telagasari. SMK PGRI Telagasari, you guys there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Before you start, I want to ask you a question. What topic you guys bring to presentate to us today?
My presentation today, I would like to tell you about a creative industry.
Okay, good. So SMK PGRI Telagasari, you may start the presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, close the screen, please.
Masa ini pokoknya.
Okay. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining our presentation today. In this presentation, we all talk about Kampung Boneka or the Doll Village, which is located on Cikampek, Karawang. But before we start our presentation, let me introduce our group presentation. My name is Syahrul Cahya, and this is Dara, and this is Farid. Okay, let's start this presentation with a brief description about Kampung Boneka or the Doll Village of Cikampek atau Kampung Boneka. Kampung Boneka or the Doll Village of Cikampek is one of shopping destination in Karawang. Here we can find lots of dolls sold in various sizes and prices. What is unique about this place is that most of the residents here work as doll makers. They sell dolls of a living. In one production home, up to 10 people can be added to the production process. And then, why this village is called the doll village? To know more will be relayed by my friend.
Okay, now we will tell you what the story of Kampung Boneka or doll village of Cikampek in his history. In 1982, during the New Order government, President Suharno gave an honor to an elder named Kadis for giving risk of citizen economy. The honor name is Upakarti. Initially, the people was for make a doll. And as time went by, the doll maker for this village is more than more. Sayang then the village has been called Kampung Boneka. But now the people not use West in making doll. And so the quality of the doll improved. So where is the location of this doll house? It will be discussed by my friend.
Kampung Boneka Cikampek or the doll village of Cikampek is located in Mekar Jaya Village, North Cikampek, Kota Baru, Distrik Karawang. It is approximately 500 meters from the Cikampek station, which can be walked for 10 minutes. You're gonna find the Portal Market, Central Small Industrial Dealmaker. As the entrance to the village, you can use Google Maps or other. If you still lost your way to look for Cikampek the village, shopping destination are facilities in the village on parking lot, restroom, and mosque. Because actually, this is not tourist destination. This village is like other village, but many of citizens are experts in the making.
Okay, that's our presentation. I'm sorry if there's been any mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, now let's move to our third performance from SMA PGRI Rancaekek. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you guys there? SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Okay. You guys ready to presentate? SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Before you start, I want to ask you a question. What team or what topics you guys bring to presentate today? Hello, you guys there?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I'm sorry. Before you start, I'll ask you a simple question. What topic you guys bring to presentate to us today?
Topic is tourism.
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you may start the presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Your PowerPoint hasn't showed up yet. I'm sorry. Is there any problem?
Okay, sorry.
Share screen.
Ini bukan Putri. Ini bukan. Ya itu sama bukan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, let us give thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us mercy and blessing until we can meet at this meeting. What prayers and greetings along with the support of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Was gathered as for gladness Tuhan. And don't forget to say thanks to Mr. Gatot and Mr. Day for holding this event so that all of us can strive to continue to pursue the goals that we want. I want to introduce my team. My name is Putri Aini and I'm the first speaker. And this is my second speaker, Yosi Indri Septiani, and the last speaker is Koji Gimnastia. We are from SMA PGRI Rancaekek. In this occasion, we will present material about educational tourist attraction located in Bandung, Bosca Observatory. Okay, for the next material, we will be continued by my friend Yosi. Okay, Yosi, time is yours.
The Shell Observatory is one of the oldest star observation sites in Indonesia, otherwise known as binoculars. The Shell Observatory was built during the Dutch colonial period. Like the Netherlands, England, the intended permitting in 1923, published internationally in 1933. The name Basha is taken from the name of one of the businessmen who contributed his wealth at the time. Construction of observation, namely Carol Albert Rudolph Basha. Basha Observatory is located at the Grace, Jalan Panopongan Bintang, No. 45, Lembang, Bandung, West Java. In 2004, the Basha Observatory was designated as a cultural heritage object by the government. Therefore, the existence of the Basha Observatory, this is protected by Law Number 2 of 1992 concerning cultural heritage objects. Furthermore, in 2008, the government established the Basha Observatory as one of the national vital objects that must be secured.
The Bosca Observatory was built with the aim of developing the largest science in Indonesia. The Bosca Observatory can also for traveling and studying. Not only that, the Bosca Observatory is also used as a place for research by scientists in the field of astronomy. Bosca Observatory has 12 telescopes with different functions beside the large inside the giant dome that visitors often see. To enter the Bosca Observatory, the permission is required. If you wish to visit Bosca Observatory, Saturday is the time allowed, and the other day are for object observation and study tour. Bosca Observatory open to visit schedule, namely daytime and evening visit. Tickets for daytime are priced at 15,000 and 20,000 for night visit.
Okay, thank you, Yosi and Koji, for the material that has been reviewed. According to Yosi and Koji material, we can conclude that the Bosca Observatory is an educational tourist spot that has been declared a cultural heritage object by the government, and its existence is protected by law. Well, for this explanation, we like to thank for your attention, and hopefully the knowledge we can pick and useful for all of us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, now let's move on to our last performance. SMK PGRI Subang, you there?
Yes.
Yes. You guys ready to presentate? SMK PGRI Subang. Before you start, I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Okay, what topics you guys bring to presentate to us today?
Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, it's clear. Okay, what topic you guys bring to presentate to us?
We will present about online learning.
Okay, good. Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, the time is yours. You may start the presentation.
Thank you.
SMK PGRI Subang, you're still muted.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let's say thank you to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala because we can attend this event with the good condition. Second, I also would like to say thank you to all of the presenters who have been present today. My name is Indah Fitrianingsih. I am with my friends are from SMK PGRI Subang, and today we are going to deliver our presentation with the topic of online learning. Coronavirus disease 29 or COVID-19 has affected many people in Indonesia and in the world, teaching people to stay at home to have quarantine. All of the activities have changed and thus led the people to do everything at home. One of them is teaching and learning activities. It has been also one here. Should all teacher and learning activities at school or on class have been eliminated, replaced by online learning at home. This way of learning online can be said to be a new way of learning, not only for the students of Indonesia but also on the world. This has never been done before. Of course, of something new, I of us feel that there must be some advantages and disadvantages of the existence of the online learning system like this. And these advantages of online learning will be presented by Bunga. Please, this is your turn. Thank you, Indah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bunga Destiani Putri. I want to explain about some advantages of the online learning system. These are: first, time for studying is shorter. By easily accessing learning material or following tutorial videos, students have a faster time for studying, especially studying at home, so they don't have to spend a lot of time going to school as usually. Moreover, there are some students who don't need to have a course anymore because the curriculum do not force them to complete the syllabus target. Second, the education in Indonesia is more advanced. With a learning system like this, at least the education of Indonesia is more advanced because we empower the technology. The use of technology makes the people more creative. They can create
some new system or application related to online learning that can be accessed by the student easily. For example, if the teacher wants to make some assignment and the student can do and submit their work in real time, they can use Google Classroom and Google Chrome. If the student wants to have some games in English, they can play Educandy or quizzes. It forces all of the stakeholders to have the ability to operate them, so their competencies increase. Third, students can develop themselves. It cannot be denied that the interaction between student and teacher is much less than when the learning process was still taking place normally. However, this can make students aware of their own independence. Students will feel that their interaction with the teachers are very limited, even though they can interact via video conference directly. But this is still not helpful. At last, they are forced to rely on their competencies to learn to be more independent. By continue to try their abilities to increase. Learning online does not take a lot of time can allow the student to develop themselves in other things, such as reading, writing, or listening, even speaking. That way, the student do not just study or seek knowledge, but also can develop their talents and potential. These are the three advantages I have explained, and the next discussion will be delivered by my friend Windy. Please, time is yours.
Hello, my name is Windy. Now I want to describe about the disadvantages of online learning. Disadvantages of online learning also has some disadvantages. What are they? Let's see together. First, many harmful to do. Although studying at home may seem flexible, in reality, many of the assignments that are received by the student often cannot be completed on time. This is because each teacher gives some assignment to each meeting, so every day the tasks will be accumulated, so the time at home is spent for doing all of the tasks. From the teachers, sometimes it can be frustrating. Second, consume a lot of the data packages or internet quota. The data has shown that not all of the students come from the rich families. They are required to fill out their data package or internet quota to take part in distance learning. For students who have the economical capability, it will not be a problem, however. When this situation is faced by students whose family economies are in the middle or below the average, it will become very tough packages to the 3 times amount. It doesn't seem enough even the Ministry of Education and Culture has sovereignty data packet or internet quota. In addition, those who use Wi-Fi also have an advantage because the internet limits usage, and sometimes the Wi-Fi has problems with her from the company or other things. And also the who don't have any facilities to join online learning do not know what to do with. Fortunately, this case has been solved. My school, for example, gives the facility to the student who don't have any gadgets. Third, the learning material is difficult to obtain. Online learning systems save more time, but it doesn't mean to always be more effective in accepting learning material. For students, many students complain the learning online only provide many tasks with her their problem solving, which make the student possibly stressful while at home. In addition, a conducive condition and situation at home are needed that make students listen well. If the situation and condition are conducive, maybe it will be easier to accept the lesson. But if it is not conducive, the student will have difficulty receiving the lesson. Before, difficult communication. If we take a closer, sometimes when we discuss about something, we are different in our opinion. It should have been easier to discuss. But in terms of learning online, it will be difficult. Why? Because in this learning method, if one person is talking, there is a possibility that other is talking to, and the teacher. It's difficult to control the situation when many are talking. In others, would the voice in the meeting video are overlaid because of that cares or networking problems. In addition, students with poor networking connection or cell phones with features are ordinary will have difficulty hearing to the overlapping audio.
Now we come to the conclusion. We can say the actually online learning activities that have acquired during that past month can be said to be quite successful despite the shock habit among students and teachers, regardless of method or not. The online learning method effective, at least his way of learning can still fill the time of student and teacher will at home. And this discussion is based on the fact that all of this teaching happen
happen to us. That's all we can attend. Thank you so much for your attention. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for all the performances. It is completely wonderful. Now, let's move on to our second session, which is the Q&A session. But before we start, I want to tell you a little bit of this session. So, there are two sessions in this session, in the Q&A session. The first session is only for participants who have explained their presentation, and the second session is for all the observer in this room. But one thing you should know, and I have to mention before we start the Q&A session, this is for all the observer. So you have to write down your question first in the chat room, and then after that, I'll call your name and you can convey your question. Okay, so now let's move on to our first session, which is the Q&A between participants. Maybe we could start from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. You need to prepare 2 questions to ask. So I think you guys ready for it, and you can convey your question.
I have some questions for SMK Telagasari.
I'm sorry. Before you ask them, you need to introduce yourself first by
Oh,
saying your
okay.
name.
Hello, we are from SMA PGRI Cibinong. And my name is Shakila. I have some questions for SMK Telagasari. The question is, what are the government's role to develop and support the business in Kampung Bonita?
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari. You got it?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
What are the government's role to develop and support the business in Kampung Bonita?
You guys get it?
It's a bit noisy.
Okay. SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, please repeat your question clearly and slowly.
What is the rule? What are the government's role to develop and support the business in Kampung Bonita?
Okay. You get it? Is it what are the government role?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we need time to discuss.
Okay. While waiting for you to discuss your question, I think we should move on. While waiting for that, SMK PGRI Subang, you prepare your question.
My name is Indah. I want to ask SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. How long does it not for it need for fermentation?
How long does it need for fermentation? Okay, I think that's enough. Thank you.
Okay, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, you get it?
Okay, I will answer the question from SMK PGRI Subang. So the fermentation is fast, not need to wait for a long time. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, you got the answer? SMK PGRI Subang, you got the answer?
I am sorry, the voice not clear.
Okay, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, can you repeat it slowly and clearly?
So the fermentation is fast. No need more time or several days to wait. Is that clear enough?
SMK PGRI Subang, is that clear enough?
Okay, thank you. This is enough.
Okay. Now, we're back to SMA PGRI Telagasari. You guys ready to answer it? SMK PGRI Telagasari?
Sorry, I can understand. What your question? Can you tell again?
Okay, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong.
Okay, I will repeat again. What is the support for the business Kampung Boneka?
Okay, what is the support from government
Yes, for government.
to Kampung Boneka? Is it clear?
Okay.
SMK?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You can convey your answer. SMK PGRI Telagasari?
Sorry, I need more time again.
Okay. Okay. While waiting for SMK PGRI Telagasari, SMK PGRI Rancaekek, you guys prepare a question.
My name is Putri Nurani. I'm from SMA PGRI Rancaekek. I have question for SMA PGRI Subang.
Okay.
But first, after I'm here, after I'm here about asinan, I imagine if we want to build a business in asinan food like the explanation given by Cibinong High School, how much money we need to make asinan and how many we spend.
Okay. SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, you get the question? You guys get the question? Okay.
It depends on how many your portion. Depends on how many your portion.
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you got the answer?
Can you repeat the answer?
I think it depends on the portion, is that right? Sorry, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. Muted.
Yes, it depends on how many the portion.
Okay, it depends on how many the portion is.
Yes.
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you guys get it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're back to SMK PGRI Telagasari. You get the answer? SMK PGRI Telagasari.
Oh, okay. I will answer the question of SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong.
Okay. First, please say your name and your school name.
Okay. My name is Syahrul. I'm from SMK PGRI Telagasari. For now, doll makers have not had the support of the government, but in the future, it is expected to have the support of the government. Okay, maybe enough.
Okay. SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, is the answer enough for you?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari, you guys have your question?
Yes.
Okay. Please say your name first and then your school's name.
Ini aja nih. Nama dulu. Halo,
Hello, my name is Dari. I from SMK PGRI Telagasari. I will ask to
Yep,
SMK PGRI Rancaekek.
Okay.
The question is, what were study at Bosha Observatory?
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you guys got the question?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari, please repeat your question.
What were study at Bosha Observatory?
Okay.
What were?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you guys got the question? SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
We can learn about astronomy.
Okay. SMA PGRI Telagasari, SMK PGRI Telagasari. Is it clear for you?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, now let's move on to SMK PGRI Subang. You have your second question.
Yes, I want to ask SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
Okay.
My name is Windy. I'm from SMK PGRI Subang. Is there any restriction to enter Oscar Observatory during this pandemic?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you guys get the question?
The Bosca is closed in this pandemic.
Okay. SMK PGRI Subang, is it clear for you?
Yes.
All right, good.
Thank you.
Okay. Now let's move on to SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. You guys have your own second question?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rita Ayu and I'm from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. I have a question for SMK PGRI Subang. So my question is, which one do you choose between online learning and offline learning? And please give me a reason. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. SMK PGRI Subang, you get the question?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to ask SMK PGRI.
No. Answer the a question from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong.
I'm sorry, I didn't listen the question.
Okay, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, can you repeat your question?
Yes. Okay. So my question is, Which one do you choose between online learning and offline learning? And please give me a reason.
Okay. Now, is it clear enough for you? SMK PGRI Subang?
Yes, is it clear? Clear.
Okay, you can answer the question. But please first say your name and then your school's name first. Do you need a time to think about it?
Yes, give me a time.
SMK PGRI Subang?
Give me a time to answer.
Give me a time to my answer.
Okay. While waiting for SMK PGRI Subang, now let's move on to SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Do you have any question to ask? SMA PGRI Rancaekek? You guys have your question?
Yes, we have that. But
Yes, we have. Wait.
Okay. Is your question ready or you need a time? Do you need a time? SMA PGRI Rancaekek?
langsung sih. Ayo. Come on. Udah langsung aja mainnya. Iya, men.
My name is Inggris. I'm from SMA PGRI Rancaekek. I have question for SMK PGRI Subang.
Okay.
What is the best media as for online learning?
Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, you guys got it?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, please repeat your question.
What is the best media used for online learning?
Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, you guys got it? SMK PGRI Subang?
Okay, we can use Google Classroom, we can use WhatsApp, and others.
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, is it clear enough for you?
Yes.
Okay, now let's go back to the previous question for SMK PGRI Subang. The question is from SMA plus PGRI Cibinong. You already have the answer?
Yes. Okay. Actually, I chose offline learning because we can socialize with our friends and teachers. But considering this pandemic situation, for our safety, we must obey the government. It's clear?
Okay. SMA plus PGRI Cibinong, is it clear?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's move on to SMK PGRI Telagasari. Please convey your question.
Okay, ini yang nama dulu. My name is Farid. Iya, yang itu. My name is
Farid. Dari
I'm from
SMK PGRI Telagasari.
The question is
what is the
differences
differences between asinan Bogor and other asinan? Like, udah.
Okay, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong.
Okay. What is the difference asinan Bogor and the other asinan? Especially the most different from both is from their sound. For example, if asinan Bogor has a red color sauce from the vinegar and chili pepper, and then asinan, for example, is asinan Betawi. There has a different sauce such as peanut sauce. So the most different is from their sauce. Is it clear?
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari, is it clear for you?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. Now, one more chance to answer, to ask questions. Let's start from SMA PGRI Rancaekek. This is your last question.
Yes, I have. My name is Fauzi Nastia. I am from SMA PGRI Rancaekek. I have two questions for SMA PGRI plus Cibinong. How long asinan Bogor expired that?
Okay. SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, you get the question from SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
Thank you for the question. So if asinan on the
Sorry,
fridge,
please say your name and then your school's name first.
my name is Shakila and I'm from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. If the asinan on the fridge, there will be held for 3 days. Okay, and then outside, it still hold for few hours.
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, is it clear for you? Is the question clear enough for you? I'm sorry, is the answer?
We can tell. Good. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now let's move on to SMK PGRI Subang. This is your last chance to ask a question. Please convey your question.
I want to ask SMA PGRI Rancaekek. My name is Windy. Sorry, SMA PGRI Telagasari.
Okay.
My name is Windy. Are there any those which exported?
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari, you got the question?
Yes, of course. Okay, my name is Syahrul. I'm from SMK PGRI Telagasari. Some people of the doll makers distribute her doll to any area like Jakarta, Jogja, or maybe country. But some people too, he sells her dolls for her Store. Okay, that's. That's it.
Okay. SMK PGRI Subang, is it clear enough for you?
Yes, this is enough.
Okay. Before we continue, I want to remember all the observer that you can write down your question in the chat room first, and then after the session, I'll call your name, and then you can convey your question because it'll increase your point too. So now let's move on to SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. This is your last chance to ask.
My name is Shakila, and I'm from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. I have some question for SMA Rancaekek.
Okay.
If I want to visit Bosca, what is the best time to visit? And is there any special occasion?
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, do you get the question?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay.
If I want to come visit to Bosca, what is the best time to visit Bosca? Is there any special occasion?
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, do you need a time? SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
You can go the Bosca in
SMA PGRI Rancaekek, do you need a time to answer it?
You can go to Bosca is weekend.
Okay. SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, you get the answer?
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's move on to SMK PGRI Telagasari. This is your last chance to ask a question.
Okay, my name is Dari. I come from SMK PGRI Telagasari. The question is, on your conclusion of presentation, you say online learning is not effective. Why? So, in your opinion, what best way for learning at home? To SMK PGRI Subang.
Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, do you get the question? Is it clear enough?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari, please repeat your question.
Okay. On your conclusion of presentation, you say online learning is not effective way. So, in your opinion, what best way for learning at home? Thank you.
Okay, is it clear enough for you, SMK PGRI Subang?
Yes, give me a time.
Okay. While waiting for that, once again, I want to remind all the observer, if you have any question to ask, please write down in the chat room first. And then after that, I call your name and you can convey your question. Once again, it'll increasing your point. So please, you could ask any question and as many as you want. Okay. SMK PGRI Subang, you guys ready to answer it?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay. And for all the observer, you can write down your question now. Okay, SMK PGRI Subang. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you can answer.
Okay, this is the answer for SMA PGRI Rancaekek. In my opinion, it should be mixed whether online learning and offline learning.
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now let's move on to our second session, which is the Q&A session between participant and the observer. So for all the observer, I want to remind you once again that you can ask any question in the chat room first, and then after that, I call your name. And then it is important for you because it'll increase your point too. So yeah, you can ask any question. Okay. We have question from Alsha Sanas from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. Alsha Sanas, you there?
Yes.
Okay, you can convey your question.
Okay, my name is Alsesana Oktaviani from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. I want to ask a question for SMA PGRI Rancaekek. I heard that there are some telescopes in Bosha Observatory. How many telescopes in there, and what are the function of each telescopes? Thank you.
Okay. You guys got it? SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you guys got it?
Okay, Persekolahan Observatory has 12 telescope.
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Do you need a time?
Persekolahan Observatory has 12 telescope. Observe the star on astronomy.
Okay, Alsha, is it clear enough for you?
I'm sorry, I asked how many telescopes in there, and what are the function of each telescopes?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. You guys got the question?
Persekolahan Observatory has 12 telescope. Observe the star.
Okay. Asha, is it clear for you?
So there is only one telescopes in Bosha Observatory?
SMA PGRI Rancaekek. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, do you need a time?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, Alsha, please repeat your question.
How many telescopes in there, and what are the function of each telescopes?
Okay, is it clear? SMA PGRI Rancaekek. All do you need to discuss about it? Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
The function Bosca Observatory has 12 telescope. Observe function
to observe about astronomy.
Okay, Alsha, is it clear enough? I'm sorry, I'm having a pretty bad connection.
I'm sorry, it's not clear enough.
Bosca Observatory has 12 telescope and function to observe about astronomy.
Okay, Alsha, is it clear?
I think it's clear. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's move on. We have Jihan Nabila. Jihan Nabila, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Please say your name first and then your school's name and then ask the question.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Jihan and I am from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. I do have a question for SMK PGRI Telagasari. So I think we guys already know like the situation these days, like the pandemic and new normal. So my question is, can I visit the doll village in Cikampek? I mean, like, is it open? And are there any special health procedures? Shakila, can I ask the other question?
Okay. But first we'll let them answer it.
Okay.
So it's clear.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari, you've got the question. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, you can convey your answer.
Okay, you can visit the Kampung Boneka or the Doll Village on the Cikampek. Yes, of course, it's more like you can you can protokol kesehatan obey the health protocol like use maskers or you bring hand sanitizer and you can social distancing like that. Okay, it's clear enough.
Jihan, is it clear enough?
Yes, it's clear enough for me. Thank you very much for answering the question.
Okay. Now you can ask your second question.
Oh, thank you. So my second question is, how is the price comparison with dolls sold by the other manufacturers? Is it more expensive or more cheaper?
Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari. You guys got the question?
Can you repeat again?
Okay. My question is, how is the price comparison with dolls sold by the other manufacturers? Is it more cheaper or more expensive?
Okay. In Kampung Boneka, it's more cheaper.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, before we continue, I want to remind all the observer in this video conference to ask as many questions as you want, because it'll affect your point, and you could ask as many as you want. Okay, so now move on to our next question is from Jelita. Jelita, are you there?
Okay, can you hear my voice?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, but maybe it's a little bit noisy here, but I want to ask to SMA PGRI Rancaekek. So my question is, can you please
I'm
tell me?
sorry. Before you ask a question, please introduce yourself and say your
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My name is Srita Putri Nabila. I'm from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. I have a question for SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Okay. So my question is, can you please tell the history of Buska Observatory and how many days for the construction? Thank you very much.
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. You guys got the question from Jelita? SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Do you guys get it? Or do you need a time? Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. While waiting for you to discuss, I want to call Anissa Azahra from SMK PGRI Cibinong. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you can convey your question.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Anissa Zara from SMK PGRI Cibinong. I have a question for SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. So my question is, how many kinds of vegetables and does it cost for a plate of asinan Bogor? Thank you.
Okay, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, is the question clear enough for you?
Okay, so I will answer the question from Anissa Azahra. My name is Bunga Jelia from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. So the answer is asinan Bogor just have one sauce, and the vegetables that we need is like bean sprout, cabbage, and cucumber. Papaya, and only fruit. Oh, and for the fruit, pineapple, rose apple, and then unripe mangoes, and semi-ripe papaya. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, Anissa, is it clear for you?
Thank you.
Okay, now I want to go back to SMA PGRI Rancaekek. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, do you have already the answer for the question from Jelita? Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Okay, I think they still discussing the answer. Now let's move on while waiting for that. Alsha, you there?
Yes.
Okay, you can convey your question.
Okay, my name is Shakila from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. I want to ask SMK PGRI Subang.
The SMK
Question
PGRI Subang.
is, our education minister, Mr. Nadiem Makarim, has said that online learning will be the permanent learning in the future for our country. What is your opinion about that? Thank you.
Okay, SMK PGRI Subang. You got the question from Alsha?
Okay, give me a time to answer.
Okay. Okay, while waiting for SMK PGRI Subang, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. You already have your answer?
The construction of the observatory began in 1923 until 1928.
Okay, that's all. Okay, Jelita, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay, is it clear enough for you, the answer from SMA PGRI Rancaekek?
I'm sorry. Can I ask a repetition for the answer?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, please repeat your question. I'm sorry, please repeat your answer.
The construction of the observatory began in 1923 until 1928.
Okay, Jelita, is it clear?
Yeah, thank you for the answer.
Okay. Now let's go back to SMK PGRI Subang. SMK PGRI Subang. You have your answer yet? SMK PGRI Subang. Are you still need a time?
Wait for a minute.
Okay. Okay, while waiting for SMK PGRI Subang, Jihan Nabila, you there? You have a question?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Okay, you can convey your question.
So hi again, my name is Jihan Nabila and I am from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. So I have a question for SMK PGRI Subang, I'm sorry. So my question is like, on May, the government will open the school to have offline learning. What do you think about it? In your opinion, what will happen with our learning method after COVID-19? Is there any different before and after COVID-19? Thank you very much.
Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, you get the question from Jihan?
Sorry, it is not clear.
Okay, Jihan, do you mind if you repeat your question?
Okay, I'm sorry if I talking too fast. So, on May, the government will open the school to have offline learning. What do you think about it? In your opinion, what will happen to with our learning method after COVID-19? Is there any different before and after COVID-19? Is it clear enough?
Yeah, SMK PGRI Subang, is it clear?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, good. Okay, you can answer the question.
But I want to answer the first question.
Okay, it's okay.
In our opinion, permanent online learning is not effective in some parts of our lives because it can reduce their communication, it can be unhealthy and stressful for the student. So, it will be better if we come and study at school because we are vaccinated.
Okay. Asha, is it clear for you?
Clear, thank you.
Okay. Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, you ready to answer the second question? from Jihan Nabila. Okay, while waiting for that, I want to remind all the observers to ask as many questions as you like by write it down in the chat room first, and then after that, I'll call your name, and then you can convey your question. Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, you ready to answer it?
I'm sorry, give me a time.
Okay. Yep, and one thing you should remember, all the observers, if you ask as many questions as you want, it'll increase in your point too, so it is really important for you. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on while waiting for SMK PGRI Subang. Muhammad Alif Gifran, you there? You have a question for SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a question for SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
Okay, you can convey it. Okay. Muhammad Alif Gifran, you can convey your question.
Okay. Bosca is an observatorium. First, what is the meaning and what are the difference with the planetarium? Thank you.
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you got the question from Alif Gifran. From Muhammad Alif Gifran. Or do you need a time? SMA PGRI Rancaekek, do you need a time to discuss about it? Okay, I think they still discuss about it. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to discuss. Now we're back to SMK PGRI Subang. You already have your answer? SMK PGRI Subang.
Okay, I want to answer the second question.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my voice is clear.
Yeah, it's okay. It's clear.
Okay. The offline learning will be a normal activity like the previous time. The difference is before pandemic, we can interact freely with the other students, while after pandemic, we must keep the social distancing and obey the health protocol. That's it.
Okay. Jihan Nabila, is it clear for you, the answer from SMA PGRI Subang?
I'm really sorry, but can you repeat the answer, please?
Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, please repeat your answer.
Okay. The offline learning will be a normal activity like the previous time. The difference is before pandemic, we can interact freely with other students, while after pandemic, we must keep the social distancing and obey the health protocol. It's clear?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's clear enough for me. Thank you very much for answering my question.
Okay. Now let's go back to SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Do you have the answer yet for Alif Gifran question, Muhammad Alif Gifran question? Okay, do you already have the answer? SMA PGRI Rancaekek. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you ready?
Yes. Jawab nih. Halo. It's professional.
SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
Okay. I will answer the question from from Muhammad Alif Divan.
Okay, but I want to remind you before you answer it, you need to mention your name and your school's name.
Observatorium is a...
I'm sorry, before you answer it, you need to mention your name and then your school's name.
My name is Fauzi Dinastiar. I'm from SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Observatorium is a fashion with many tools to observe about astronomy. Planetarium is there from testing education and entertaining show about astronomy.
That's all? Okay. Muhammad Alif Gifran, is it clear enough for you?
Nope. I even don't know what is he talking about, honestly.
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, please repeat your question and answer it clearly.
Observatorium is a location with many tools.
Wait. Can someone answer? Can someone answer my? Can someone not? Sorry. Can any other person in your team who answer my question, because your action make it harder to understand. Sorry.
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, I think what he meant is that can anyone in your team answer the question from Muhammad Alif Gifran? Because it's kind of confusing, actually.
Okay. Jawabannya.
My name is Putri Noraini. I'm from SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Observatory is a location with many tools to observe about astronomy. Planetarium is there built for person education and entertaining show about astronomy.
Okay. Muhammad Alif Gifran, is it clear for you?
Okay, I think I got it. Okay, thanks for SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
Okay. Now, we're still waiting for another question, and I want to remind you that you need to ask as many questions you want, because it also, yeah, please ask a question to the presenter. Okay, we're still waiting for another question. Okay, is there any other question? Okay. Okay, Asha Sanas, you there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you can convey your question.
Okay.
By first, yeah, saying your name first.
My name is Alsha. I'm from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. I want to ask SMK PGRI Telagasari. The question is, can we buy the dolls? And if we can, how much the doll costs?
Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari, you get the question? from Alsha?
Okay, that's clear. The prices of dolls is between to 25,000 and until 500,000 rupiah.
Okay. Aisha, is it clear for you?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now we're still waiting for another question, and I want to remind you once again, for all teachers and all observer in here, you could ask any question for the presenter. Okay, is there any question? Okay. Bangun Panduko, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you can convey your question. But first say your name and then your school's name first.
My name is Bangun Panduko Johan. I'm from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong. And I would like to ask SMK PGRI, Rancaekek, a question about astronomy. Does it have any relations to astrology whatsoever? And if there is, can you please elaborate what it is? Thank you.
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you got the question from Bangun?
What?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you ready to answer the question from Bangun?
I'm sorry, your question is not our topic. Our topic about Bosca Observatory. Not about astronomy.
Okay, Bangun, you
I'm
there?
sorry, can you repeat the answer, please?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, please repeat your answer. SMA PGRI Rancaekek.
Bukan astronomi.
I'm sorry, your question is not our topic. Our topic about tourism is not astronomy.
So we cannot answer.
Okay, Bangun, is it clear?
Oh, yes, I think I have a misunderstanding. Thank you. I'm sorry.
All right. Now let's move on to the second question from Nurul from SMK PGRI Jatiwangi. You there, Nurul? Nurul, are you there? Nurul? Are you there? If you're having a trouble with your microphone, you can write it down. Nurul?
Okay, you hear my voice?
Okay, yep, clear.
Okay, I want to ask to SMK PGRI Telagasari.
SMK
My
PGRI
question
Telagasari.
is how to prevent distortion in Kampung Boneka so as not to get too far.
Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari, is it clear?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, Nurul, please repeat your question.
How to prevent distortion in Kampung Boneka so as not to get too far?
Sorry. Slowly, please.
Okay. How to prevent distortion in Kampung Boneka so as not to get too far?
How much to prevent? Huh? How much to prevent? Sorry.
Can you repeat your question clearly and slowly?
How to prevent distortion in Kampung Boneka so as not to get too far?
Oh, okay. I need more time. I need time to discuss.
Okay. Okay, while waiting for SMK PGRI Telagasari to discuss, if you want to ask any question, you can write it down in the chat room for all teachers and all the observer.
Yeah, Shakila, I have a question.
Okay, ma'am.
For SMK Telagasari, yeah, it's about Kampung Boneka, yeah. So you told us that the price of doll is about 25,000 to 500,000 rupiahs, yeah. And I would like to know, or can you give an example, what kind of doll that has price 25,000 rupiahs, and then what kind of doll that has 500,000 rupiahs? Yeah, so it is very big difference in price.
Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari, is the question clear for you? You get it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
If you buy a doll, yang apa tuh yang small, its price is 25,000 rupiah. But if you want to buy the big doll, the cost is 500,000 rupiah, like that. And you custom the doll if you want.
How big is it in 500,000 rupiahs? As big as you are?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like that.
All right. Is it clear, ma'am?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari, you still have one question that you haven't answered yet from Nurul.
The question is prevent for the pandemic or for what?
Okay, Nurul, can you repeat your question?
How to prevent distortion in Kampung Boneka so as not to get too far?
Distortion what?
Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari, is it clear? Or you need time to discuss?
I can you spell the distortion?
Okay, Nurul.
I can understand.
Can you spell it?
Yes, distortion is what makes economic condition innovation so that it disrupts economic again in maximizing social welfare in order to maximize their own welfare.
Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari.
I need time to discuss.
Okay. Okay, while waiting for SMK PGRI Telagasari, there is a question from Jelita Putri Nabila. You there?
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe it's a little bit noisy here. My name is Julita Putri Nabila. I have a question for SMK PGRI Subang. So my question is, what's making it, difference from the doll that made in Kampung Boneka, and rather than the other factory that made the same doll? Thank you.
I'm sorry, Jelita. You mean SMK PGRI Telagasari?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Is it SMK PGRI Telagasari? I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Thank you, moderator.
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari. Do you get the question from Jelita Putri Nabila? Or you want to answer the first question you got?
To prevent distortion of the Kampung Boneka, the doll makers make innovation from his doll, like more unique or more bigger and whatever that. So yeah, like that.
Okay, Nurul, is it clear? Is the answer clear enough for you?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari, you still have one question from Jelita. You want to answer it? You
Can
ready?
you repeat the question? Sorry.
Okay. Jelita, can you repeat your question?
Okay, my pleasure. So what's making it different from the dolls that made in, Kampung Boneka, rather than the dolls that made in another factory? Thank you.
Okay, is it clear enough? SMK PGRI Telagasari.
In Kampung Boneka, the doll in there, it's more cheap than the other factories, and a lot of jenis boneka, apa sih jenis boneka? A lot of more apa ya? Custom, you can custom the doll and you can like cartoon. You can custom the doll like a cartoon or whatever you want in there. Thank you.
Oh, so if I want to make, a custom doll, I have to make a reservation first? Or?
Yes, of course.
I see. Thank you so much for your answer.
Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear enough.
Okay. Okay, we have another question from Shah. You have a question for SMK PGRI Subang?
Yes.
Are you there? Okay.
Okay, my name is Alsya. I'm from SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, and I want to ask SMK PGRI Subang. In this online learning, there is one or maybe more students that sometimes not respond their teacher when they learning because they're shy or something. So what is the solution to this problem?
Okay, SMK PGRI Subang.
Sorry, repeat again.
Okay, Alsha, please repeat your question.
Okay. In this online learning, there is one or maybe more students that sometimes not respond their teacher when they learning because they're shy or afraid to respond. So what is the solution to this problem?
Is it clear? SMK PGRI.
Give me a time.
Okay. Okay, while waiting for SMK PGRI Subang, we move on to Bangun Panduko. You have question for SMA PGRI Rancaekek? You there?
Yes, I want to ask again to SMA PGRI Rancaekek regarding my last question, that which you answered to astronomy has no correlation to observatory, because observatory is your topic, correct? And as far as I know, observatory has correlation to astronomy. So uh, does it have or does it not, from observatory to astronomy?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Do you need a time to discuss about it?
Yes, it happened.
Okay, go on. Okay. Well, you need a time to discuss about it, SMA PGRI Rancaekek? Do you need a time to discuss about the answer from Bangun's question? Okay.
Yes, it happened.
Okay, Bangun, is it clear? Is the answer clear enough for you?
Well, that's one answer clear, and I would like, please, if you may be so generous, answer my previous question about astronomy and astrology.
Okay. Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you got the question from Bangun?
Repeat the question again.
Okay, Bangun.
Does astronomy has any links to astrology?
Okay, the question is, does astronomy has any link?
Yes, it have a link with astronomy.
And what would that be? What would the connection from astronomy to astrology be?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, do you need a time to discuss about it?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay,
Does
Bangun, please repeat your
astronomy and
question.
astrology has any correlation?
SMA PGRI Rancaekek, do you got the question from Bangun? Okay, I think they still need a time to discuss about it. I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, now let's go back to, wait. Now let's go back to SMK PGRI Subang. You ready to answer the question from Alsha? Okay, SMA PGRI Subang. SMK PGRI Subang. You ready to answer the question from Alsha? Okay. Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, do you ready to answer the question from Bangun? Or you need the time? SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Okay, I think they're still discuss about this. Okay, while waiting for that, let's move on. Krateshu Rahmanita, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I can hear your question.
Okay. My name is Kratisha Rahmanita. I'm from SMA PGRI Cibinong. I have a question for SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Can you explain what is interesting about the Bosca Observatory?
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you ready to answer it? SMA PGRI Rancaekek. We still have 2 questions to answer.
One more time.
One more time. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, which one? From Bangun or from which one? The first one or the second one?
The first one from Bangun Panbuko.
Okay, Bangun, can you repeat your question?
Yes, it's does astronomy has any correlation to astrology?
Wait a minute, because I think our topic is about tourism. It is clearly enough that we don't presentation about astronomy, but for the Bosca, it is, yes, have a connection with astronomy. So I think I can answer your question. But if you want to know about tourism of Bosca, you can ask a question. Thank you, Mr. Bangun.
Okay, that is fine. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you still have one more question from. Wait. Okay, you still have one more question from Prateshu Rahmanita. Okay, Prateshu, please repeat your question.
Okay. Can you explain what is interesting about the Bosca Observatory?
Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek. Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you ready to answer?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, Prateshu, please repeat your question one more time.
Okay. Can you explain what is interesting about the Bosca Observatory?
Okay, you get it?
I don't get it.
One more time.
Okay, okay, Prateshu, please make it easier.
Which makes us interested to visiting the Bosca Observatory.
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek. SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you ready to answer the question from Prateshu?
We can see the biggest telescope in Bandung.
Okay. Prateshu, is it clear for you?
I think it's clear enough. Thank you.
All right. So now let's move on. Jelita, you have another question?
Yeah. Okay, my name is Julita Putinabila. I have a question for SMK PGRI Telagasari. So, you guys, I'm sorry, moderator, can I ask?
Yeah.
Okay, what school that's talking about disadvantage of online learning? I think other
SMK PGRI Subang. Yeah, they're talking about online.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I switched up, I messed up between Subang and Telagasari. I'm so sorry, okay. So, yeah, I apologize for that. I have a question for SMK PGRI Subang. Yeah, for SMK PGRI Subang, you know that there's a case about adolescent that committed suicide because of online learning. What's your opinion of it? Thank you.
Okay. SMK PGRI Subang, is the question clear enough for you? SMK PGRI Subang? Or you want to hear it one more time?
Can you repeat again?
Okay. Jelita, please repeat your question.
Okay, so my question is actually asking about your opinion. There's a case where, adolescent committed suicide. I mean, teenagers committed suicide because of online learning. They got stressed and depressed because of online learning. What's your opinion of it? Thank you.
Okay. SMK PGRI Subang, is it clear now? Question from Jelita.
Okay, give me time.
Okay. Okay, while waiting for SMK PGRI Subang, wait. Okay. You still have one question to answer from Alsha. You ready to answer it? SMK PGRI Subang, you still have one question left from Alsha. Okay. While you're discussing about the answer, Nurul from SMK PGRI Jatiwangi, you there? Nurul?
Yes, I'm here. I have question for SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong.
Okay.
What is different between asinan and rujak? Because they almost look alike.
Okay, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong.
Can you repeat again, please?
Okay, Nurul, can you repeat it again?
Okay. What is different between asinan and rujak? Because they almost look alike.
Okay, SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, is it clear for you? The question from Nurul?
Especially the most different asinan and the others like rujak is from themselves. Asinan Bogor has sauce from fermentation, pineapple, and chili pepper.
Okay, Nurul, is it clear?
Okay, thank you for answer.
Okay, let's go back to SMK PGRI Subang. You still have two questions. First is from Alsha and from Jelita. Okay, you ready to answer the question from Alsha? Are you still?
Okay, I won't answer. From?
Which one do you want to answer? The from Alsha or from Jelita? Or you want to repeat the question?
No. I won't answer her question. In my opinion, we can provide relief to the fearful child to express his opinion and invite the student not to be afraid to have opinions.
Okay. Asha, is it clear?
Yes, clear. Thank you.
Okay. You still have one question from Jelita about the suicide. You're ready to answer it? SMK PGRI Subang. You ready to answer the question from Jelita? Okay. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to discuss. Atipa Hurun Sama, you there? You have a question for SMA Telagasari?
Yep.
Okay. You can convey your question.
Can you explain the history of Kampung Boneka and how did the creative industry exist?
Okay, SMA Telagasari. SMA PGRI Telagasari?
Yes.
Okay. You can answer the question from Tifa Horin Salma.
Okay. About the story of Kampung Boneka or the village of Cikampek, in 1982, during the New Order government of President Suharto, gave an honor to an elder named Kadis. For giving rise of citizen economy, the honor name is Upakarti. Initially, the people used wood to make a doll, and as time went by, the doll maker from this village is more than more. Since then, the village has been called Kampung Boneka. It's clear enough.
Atifa, is it clear for you?
Yep. And how did the creative industry exist?
Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari.
Can you repeat again?
Okay.
How did the creative industry exist?
The first, the elder named Kadis is make a doll, and then he menambahkan karyawan gitu, add people in that area, and that the doll makers is more than more, and then so in this kampung, in this village, finally so many people has been doll makers. Yeah, like that.
Okay, Atifa, is it clear for you? The answer from SMK PGRI Telagasari?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now we are back to SMK PGRI Subang. You still have one question from Jelita to answer.
Moderator, I'm sorry, I got a direct message from SMK PGRI Subang. They want me to write, the question on the chat box. Please, give me a minute to write the question first.
Okay, so we're waiting for Jelita. Okay, I think while waiting for Jelita, let's move on to, okay, it's clear. Okay, the question is, what's your opinion about teenager that committed suicide because they got depressed of online school? Okay, SMK PGRI Subang, you guys ready to answer it? You ready?
Okay, wait.
Okay. While waiting for SMK PGRI Subang, we still have one question from Muhammad Alif Gifran. You there? I have a question for SMA Rancaekek. Muhammad Alif Gifran, you there? Muhammad Alif Gifran. Yeah, I think he has a little bit of problem. Okay, so we're waiting for SMK PGRI Subang to answer.
Yeah, Shakila, I would like to ask a question to Jelita, yeah, not to the presenter. because online learning is a very interesting to talk about, yeah, in this session. Jelita, I want to ask you, as a student, you almost have online learning about 2 years, yeah, at your school. And how do you feel about it for yourself, yeah? If it is interesting for you, so what make you interesting? And if it is make you boring, what is your reason about it?
Okay, so okay, yeah, thank you, ma'am, for your question. So for me about the online school, uh, not gonna lie, I could say that the online school is kind of boring for me because I couldn't communicate with all of my friends, which is even though I'm an introvert, I like to communicate with all of my friends because I can increase my public speaking skills. And because of this online learning, I couldn't, talk every time with my friends and having a communication with my friends, and that's pretty boring for me. But I have to say that I have to be ready and I have to, keep studying, even though in this online learning. So yeah, that's my opinion about the online learning, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So it depends on what kind of online learning given, yeah?
Yeah, it depends on it. If there are, some interesting events and, maybe competition that I would like and I have a will to join, and yeah, it would be pretty interesting for me.
How about the lesson at your school?
About the lessons, yeah, actually I could say, not gonna lie, I don't really understand as well as, the offline school, because I don't have a direct interaction with my teacher and stuff like that. But I can, in this globalization, in this era, in this, so many, application, YouTube, I could watch any, lesson subject on the YouTube, and I could understand more from the YouTube and other applications. So yeah, not a big problem for me.
Okay, good, yeah. Because when you are going to the university, so you are as a student in university, so you will have like this, even it is not in the pandemic situation, yeah. So if you have been ready now at senior high school, so you will not have difficult problem in university.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to SMK PGRI Subang. We still have one question from Jelita. Is asking about your opinions. You guys ready? SMK PGRI Subang. Are you guys ready to answer the question? You ready? Okay, I think they still need time. Okay, so there is a question from Muhammad Alif Gifran.
Yes, I
Yeah.
had a question for so guys, I really like photography a lot. So if I'm going to somewhere, the first thing I search is a photography spot. So are you guys maybe had a suggestion for me where the favorite spot in Bosnia observation?
Okay. Okay, which group do you ask?
SMA Rancaekek.
Okay, SMA Rancaekek. You guys there? SMA Rancaekek. Okay. SMA PGRI Rancaekek. You there? Is there any problem? SMA PGRI Rancaekek. You have a question from Muhammad Alif Gibran.
What is your question?
Okay, Muhammad Alif Gibran, please repeat it again.
Are you guys maybe had a suggestion for me where the favorite spot to take a photo in box observation?
Okay, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, you ready to answer it? Or do you need a time? SMA PGRI.
Yes, you can take photo.
Beside biggest telescope itu rekomendasi bagus.
Yes, you can take a photo beside the biggest telescope.
So Muhammad Alif Gibran, you can take a photo beside the big telescope. Yeah, that's all I heard. Is it clear?
Yes, okay, I can take that. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So we go back to SMK PGRI Subang. Please answer the question from Jelita. It is based on your opinion. Please, if you already have the answer, please just answer it right away.
My opinion is that many teenagers do that because of factors from family and also friends who always demand to complete school exam, which makes these teens depression.
Okay, Jelita, is it clear?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
Please repeat it. SMK PGRI Subang.
My opinion is that many teenagers do that because of factors from family and also friends who always demand to complete school exam, which makes this then depression.
Okay,
Oh,
Jelita.
so you think that's because the factors of family and friends? So, okay, I think that's enough for your opinion. Okay, thank you for answering.
Okay. Currently, this is the last question from Bangun. Bangun, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yep. You can convey your question.
I want to ask, what are the dolls made of?
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari, please answer the question from Bangun.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
What are the dolls made of?
Okay. Is it clear? SMK PGRI Telagasari?
Sorry, can you slowly, please?
Okay, Bangun.
What are the dolls made from? Like maybe it's from straw, cotton, or leather? What things are used to make the dolls?
Okay. Is it clear, SMK PGRI Telagasari?
It's not clear. It's a bit noisy, right?
Okay. What from the doll were made? I mean, what materials?
Oh, okay.
Cottons or?
I need time to discuss.
All right. Okay, we're waiting for SMK PGRI Telagasari to answer the last question from Bangun. Okay, while waiting for them, is there any other question that the observer want to ask? If there's any, you can write it down in the chat room. Okay, SMK PGRI Telagasari, you guys ready? You guys ready to answer the question from Bangun?
Sorry, I need time to discuss again more.
Okay. Okay, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. To make a doll, we need a flannel cloth, boa, raspur, relax, and yellow.
Okay, Bangun, is it clear enough for you?
Are all the dolls made from those materials?
Okay. SMK PGRI lagi kan?
Sorry, can you read?
Okay.
Are all of the dolls made from those materials?
Sorry.
Is it clear? Is it clear?
It's not clear. It's a bit noisy.
Okay. The question is, are all the dolls are made from those materials that you said before, like cottons or the materials that you said? Are all dolls are made from that materials? Is it clear?
It's not clear. This is a bit noisy. Maybe it's network.
Okay. Bangun, maybe you can write it down in the chat box so they could read it.
Nah.
Okay. There you go.
Made from this material. Okay. Maybe some dolls made from that material, but some dolls too. It's made ya what apa ya bahan buang like a leather or something else. Yeah.
Okay. Is it clear, Bangun?
May I ask another question?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the dolls are made from those materials, and of course, as all factory is, there's always waste from the factory, and I wonder, where does the waste go? Is it recycled? Is it just thrown away in the sea, or what?
Okay. SMK PGRI Telagasari, you get the question?
Repeat again. Can you type on the chat box?
Okay, I'll type it.
Okay. It's clear.
Okay, I got it. Uh, yes, waste material. It's like get a recycle, and then it has new dolls, and then yeah, some materials is get recycled.
Okay, Bangun, is it clear?
I think it's clear enough. Thank you for the answer.
Okay. So since there is no other question, maybe Mrs. Dede, you want to add something?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Shakila. Yeah, I'd like to say thank you as a moderator, and then Nurul as a host and flyer designer, and then Mrs. Agnes as a judge for this session. Yeah, and the four participants come from SMA PGRI plus SMA plus PGRI Cibinong, SMA PGRI Rancaekek, SMK PGRI Telagasari, and SMK PGRI Subang. So you have done well today presentation. And I also want to appreciate English teacher in SMA plus PGRI Cibinong, because almost questions today come from students in SMA plus PGRI Cibinong, yeah. And hopefully in the next session, many questions come from other schools too, yeah. So please, for all English teachers in this room, push the student to ask questions as many as possible in this session, yeah, in this meeting room, because it is time for you to practice your English, yeah, by doing this project in Speak Up. So you have to practice as many English as possible, because it is very important, as our Minister Education said, yeah, in next term of education, so we will have Merdeka Belajar, yeah. So in Merdeka Belajar, so we have to do many projects, and it will be very interesting if you can make many projects in English session, and you can practice your English, because it will be a chance for you to have a better future, ya. Untuk anak-anakku sekalian yang lain, ya, tolong dalam sesi ini kalian banyak-banyak menyampaikan pertanyaan, ya. Jangan hanya sebagai penonton, ya. Menonton dulu itu baik, tapi kemudian cobalah untuk berbicara. Jangan pernah takut untuk berbicara salah atau tidak sesuai, because we are learning, ya. Jadi jangan pernah takut. Jadi bertanyalah, cobalah untuk mempraktekkan bahasa Inggris kalian, karena program ini untuk supaya kalian bisa memperlancar bahasa Inggris kalian, ya. Kemudian saran untuk peserta yang selanjutnya, ya, karena kalian punya waktu ini sampai hari Kamis, ya, cobalah diskusi di antara kalian menggunakan WhatsApp call misalnya, WhatsApp video, ya. Kalian diskusi untuk memperdalam materi yang akan kalian presentasikan. Jadi jangan dadak-dadakan besok mau presentasi kemudian bikin ininya satu hari misalnya tanpa kalian diskusi. Nah, kemudian cari tahu selengkap mungkin, sedetail mungkin apa yang akan kalian presentasikan, sehingga apapun pertanyaan yang akan disampaikan pada kalian, kalian bisa menjawab dengan memuaskan, ya. Itu saran untuk kalian semua. Dan I'm so happy today because there are about 76 students and teacher come to this room, yeah. So more participants come to this room, so it will be more interesting for all of us. Okay, thank you everybody, and you can make closing, Shakila.
Okay. everybody. It's a wrap for today. At last, I want to thank you guys for joining today's video conference, and you guys made a really, really good job. And I wish you guys all a pleasant day. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, guys, for today.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, bye-bye everybody.
Bye everyone. Thank you so much.